518027. Three-way calls or call waiting is not allowed and may automatically disconnect this call. Did you know the person calling you now has voicemail? You can leave a message for this party by calling 520-448-3426. You will need to know the inmate's 9-digit phone ID. Thank you for using GTL.
What's good with YouTube? You already know, Big Rocker with a convict's perspective. Now, you already know what time it is, coming directly from the county jail. Man, nothing but positivity this way. As I smash, dash, slide on through with a whole lot of energy. So please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support your boy, and hit that bell notification for future fire content. So before we get to this topic, man, I just want to quickly address something real quick. You know, I've said this before, I'm just going to reiterate it again, and I don't care if people piggyback, I don't care if people copycat, but it would be the proper etiquette of professionals, right? You know, being a content creator, to at least show your fellow content creator, hey man, thanks for the idea, thanks for the information, hey, such and such did a video. That would be like the most respectful common courtesy thing you can do. And I'm going to show you how you do this, because this video, man, I got the idea from a channel called You Have a Click Call from an individual, James, who runs a channel. He takes a lot of calls from, I believe, Centinela. And this is where this video came from based upon that information, so please do check out his channel, because the idea for this video came from him. Okay? So according to a couple videos and talks about Centinela, there's talks of merging the SNY and GPs are not just the level 3, on the level 4 yards, all under what you would call the NDP yards, non-designated program yards. First and foremost, as we already know, a non-designated program yard means a combination of GP, SNY. It doesn't matter what you are, you could be put on that yard. Automatically, this makes a yard not only a war zone, but basically no good. Individuals are going to have to fight for it. In today's prison, setting, as we know, there's way more SNYs than there is GP inmates. And so automatically, by them doing so, it will automatically have these yards labeled as PC yards. People are going to be put on 72 hours to get off, and what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of bloodshed. But you're also going to see a lot of people who've got through what I call the shadows, where they haven't put in any work or been anywhere where there's been war, because prison politics, they do bring safety. They bring safety to individuals that haven't been on certain yards like level 4, 180 SNY yards, which are, in my opinion, some of the most dangerous yards. Now, they've been toying with non-designated program yards for a long time. They changed the policies a couple of years ago, but they were already integrating individuals like in Chino. I knew someone that was there a couple of years ago that told me that they were bringing busloads of actives, and there was a lot of individuals that were getting off. Now, this was actually like a soft SNY yard, to where the people there weren't really pushing any type of prison politics. A lot of old-timers, a lot of people who fell off in different ways, and you didn't have any SNY groups that were really pushing a hard line on this yard, but they were sending actives. And as we know, level 2, level 3, level 2s and level 1s, there's barely any active level 2s nowadays. I think Solano and maybe a couple other places are considered active. Level 1s, if you go to a level 1 ranch or whatnot, you're deemed no good. So all this is going to do is put more pressure on inmates to have to react. You know, it's just like the same thing that happened with the Bulldogs, when a couple of years ago they sent a whole bunch of them to Ironwood. They said, the whole bunch of them was 15. They ended up getting rushed by about 150 surveillance. Then there was a video that the prison guard put up, when the Bulldogs got rushed again. And so it seems like the TDCR is up to its same tactics again. Now that everything's starting to get quiet, now that all the attention is pretty much subsided, and there's less attention on everything, we're going to start doing what we're going to do. And a lot of it, I think, is to bring attention elsewhere. As we know that we have those cases going on in New Folsom, the AB just went through their indictment, but you have Yandel and others, as well as that KQED show that came out, the individual that I interviewed, Monster, and that case right there, it's brought a lot of attention on New Folsom and some of the corruption that's going on with these guards. So the best way, right, to get rid of all that attention is let's get some other attention. Let's reintegrate these guards. Let's show the public what monsters these individuals are. they know what the results are going to be. You know, the higher level you're on, the more violent the inmates are. So you start to put SNY and GP inmates together, it's going to be a bloodshed. It's going to be a bloodbath. And what you're going to start seeing is little skirmishes here and there. Now, don't expect them just to all of a sudden put all of them out there at once. What you're going to do is you're going to start to see the mixtures on these yards, mixtures in the buildings. And some of them are going to be on temporary or modified movement. And you're going to start to see, you know, certain pods will be COVID pods. And you're going to start to see mixture of COVID pods. Next thing you know, you're going to see doors pop open. They're going to test the waters. They've been doing this shit for like fucking 50 years and they continue to do it. And all that you're going to see, like I said, is you're going to see more and more individuals that decide to drop out. You're going to see more and more people that are going to PC up. You're going to see people PCing up on PC, basically, too. Because a lot of these individuals don't want to see violence. You know, from my understanding on most SNY yards, right, if you don't want to be involved in the mix and you want to mind your own business, you're able to mind your own business. Now, bringing in GPs who have to follow a certain structure and you know, from the main line, the prison politics, you know, people are going to have to act in accordance. And, you know, some people are going to get to these yards and they're going to be told that they have 72 hours. They're going to be told to find certain targets, but a lot of them are going to, you know, basically pull coward acts, and they're going to find the easiest target, and they're just going to take off on individuals. You see it happen all the time. Not everybody's with that action. Not everybody's with the biz, and not everybody's ready to go to a yard where it gets real. And like I said, the level 4 guard 180s. When you talk about the individuals that are on those yards, you know, with all the people I talked to, you know, before Scrappy, Snoop, and others, it's interesting because those yards, they operate almost like a GP. They don't let certain people on those yards. And even within those groups like the Zapatistas and the Riders and, you know, 2-5ers and all these different gangs that are on these yards, they don't even acknowledge people that are on level 3, level 2s as part of their groups. Because those are the yards that are considered soft. Those are the yards that have all these people with weird charges. You know, a level 4 180 SNY has the most dangerous convicts, the monsters, the people that are with the shit, the people that will fucking come out of their cuffs and try to kill you. And not everybody on that active side has that killer instinct. You know, that's the thing I've always said about prison politics. Prison politics allow people who don't have it in them to be safe because they're hiding behind that vendetta. They're hiding behind that umbrella that they fall under. Therefore, not everybody's always called to act because there's enough people who have their hand raised when someone has to fucking be removed. It's real easy to remove your own, okay? You get one dude that's going to do the hit or 2 dudes are going to do the hit, and you get your bombers and you go hit a victim who's not expecting it. It's going to be a whole lot different when you get to a yard and you start to hear fucking people fucking sharpening metal, making that piece. It's going to be a lot different when you know when that door pops open, there's someone that's going to have a fucking 9-inch, 12-inch knife where you fucking put it in your neck. It's a different type of climate. You can feel the energy. You can feel it. You know, it's not like you get to a yard where you're in the hole and it's all your homeboys and you're going to go fucking hit someone with a tomahawk and someone's going to bomb on him. Of course that's easy to do because he's not seeing it coming. But when you get to these yards now, you're going to have people, whether they're active or inactive, fucking part of the SNY gang, part of the active gang, whatever it may be, they're going to be with the shit. And you're going to see who's really with it, who's really 10 toes down, who's really going to go there, right, and who isn't. You know, you're going to have those that are going to be doing it just to survive. You're going to have those that, on both sides, there's big people that are part of these SNY groups that really believe in their cause and movements nowadays. There's people on the active side that feel the same way. There's people that have their egos to where, fuck no, ain't no fucking PC going to get the best of you. And then you got these people on the PC side that are like, fuck it, I'm going to show you what I'm all about. And when you got two sides that are stubborn and think that they're better than the next, man, the only thing that's going to be fucking there is nothing but bloodshed. Warzone, get out. Bodies are going to drop. We've been talking about this for years. Since way back when we first started hearing about the reintegration of the level 2s and level 3 yards. And those yards have created violence, but a lot of times the violence that's been happening has been made. You know, this non-day-to-day program, this isn't something that just is new. It's something that's been going on that they developed before they even changed the policy. And the whole purpose is these pencil pushers and skateboard pushers up there in Sacramento who never ever walked a tier, never ever walked a yard, think that they know what's best for the next individual. They think that they can just tell the inmates that they're going to have to do this and they're going to follow that lead. Prison doesn't work that way. Like I said before in other videos, there's monsters, there's evil people, there's wicked people, there's twisted-minded people that are going to show you what time it is. People are ready for it. And you're going to also see a lot of people who are active, like I said, and they've been hiding behind their group of wood, whatever it may be. And now they're going to be put in a situation to where there's going to be real enemies on that yard. There's going to be real oppositions. And the way CDCR does it, are they going to start to have people in different buildings, different yards? Are they going to just release them slowly? Because back in the day, and a lot of old timers like myself remember this, we used to have modified programs. And what they used to do is, say we got off with the Sureños, and we were on lockdown for 6 months, 9 months. Someone got stabbed, someone may have got killed, or someone may have got hurt, whatever it may be. We used to be on lockdown for a long time. And what they did was they would do little slow releases. Okay, we're going to release 5 Southerners, and now we're going to release 5 Northerners. And they would test the waters to see what's going to happen. Now, what's been happening lately is they've been having yards to where there's 100, 200 surveillance and Norteños, and they've been bringing out bulldogs to test the waters to see what happens. And of course, the bulldog's going to get jumped on. I'm interested to see how this is going to work. How is this stuff going to happen with, the X and Ys? Are they just going to, turn the yard over? Okay, is it going to be a GP yard that's going to turn X and non-designated, or is it going to be an X and Y yard that turns non-designated? Or is it going to be GP they're going to bring on these yards, or is it going to be PCs? Are they going to bring people that are part of SCG groups, or no? Those are the questions that really, I want to have answered, because what happened a couple of years ago, if people forget, they started to empty a lot of the yards in Toronto. A lot of the Norteños that were level 3, that had close points, that were under 2 years from going home, they were sending them out. And they were sending them to yards they weren't supposed to be on. They were overriding them to level 2 yards, right? Or, underwriting, whatever, override to level 2 yards to see what would happen if they put them out in the yard. And of course, some people, when they got there, what do you think they did? They went with the program. Okay, I'm about to go home. While others went and got off. So all this is basically CDCR's control mechanisms to try to bring control into the system, enforcing policies that they created that they know that aren't going to work. And the thing about it is, they know what the results are going to be. Right now, the Department of Corrections in California is one of the most dangerous, most violent prison, states that there is. We've had nothing but murders. Every at least a couple murders a month almost, it seems like. And that's not to list all the stabbings and all the melees and all the other issues that they have. It's a continuous problem. And now with creating policies like this, all they're going to do is add to more violence, more killings, more people are going to get hurt. And it's only a matter of time before inmates from both sides start using their noggins and start to get together like, hey, we may not agree with each other. We may have different beliefs, different causes, and whatnot. But what they're doing is basically putting us in a position to where we might die. We might kill each other. Or these dogs may kill us. Why are we biting into the system? Why don't we fight back and fight back against the system? Because it's the old technique, divide and conquer. You have two sides that can't fucking coexist, right? So we want to bring more violence. We want to lock people down, and a lot of this has to do with the end to all hostilities, I believe. When people, when the state lost, and they put hell of money into attorneys, when they lost, and all the criminals and all the brand members and all these prison organizations came back to the main lines, they feel a certain way about that. They can't lock you down no more for being a gang member. Look, they can't lock you down internally, right? If you're violent, if you're the cause of violence at an institution. And so now they're trying to flip it. They're trying to create all these violent issues and put this on one's resume so they can be locked down again. The shoes are pretty much empty right now. Okay, except for those that are committing crimes. So this is just a tactic to fill them back up, right? Get the money that they were getting for all these organizations. It's basically the whole Department of Corrections functions under what you call insanity. You know, it's the same cycle that continues to happen. But as long as the money keeps on coming in and they continue to grow, they're always going to win. You know, and they always find these loopholes. And this non-designated program guard, like I said, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, if your family are active or inactive, this isn't good for nobody. Level 4s and level 3s are the most violent yards you can go to. Okay, you've got straight killers on these yards, both sides. You got people that don't give a fuck. They're gonna go no breaks and cheat things through. You're gonna see more bloodshed, more violence, and the results ain't gonna be good. With that said, your boy Flacco from a convict's perspective, I'm out.